Due to the current conflicts going on in Palestine and Armenia, we will not be discussing Israel and Azerbaijan's participation in the Eurovision Song Contest in this podcast. The OUTCASTED podcast stands with Palestine and Armenia. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, you okay?
How art thou?
Alive.
How art thou?
Alive. Welcome back to Outcasted, episode 3.
Episode 3. What are we talking about today, Jodie?
I think it's time for a Eurovision episode. I can't lie.
I mean, I'm not surprised this comes so early.
It's late for me. Late.
It should have been the first thing we said on this entire podcast.
Exactly.
But instead we were talking about politics. How are you? Because I don't think we had a proper answer.
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had to call the vet for the cat today.
What's she done?
We have these the non-electric dehumidifiers. So it's just some beads with a bit for the water.
Right.
And she just went in my sister's bin and knocked the bin over, which had one of these in that was full. And it's knocked the water all over the floor, and we don't know if she's drank out of it or not. So we rang the vet, and the vet said she's fine, so it's all right. But she's, honestly, stupid cat.
She's a tit.
Yeah, she is. Have you had a good day?
No, actually, because this cough won't go away. Yeah. Was it episode? Yeah, episode 1. Obviously, I talked about my bed coming.
Yeah. Is it here?
It's here.
Oh my god, he's got a bed.
I still need to put it together.
Oh, never mind.
So me mum's boyfriend is coming around tomorrow to help me put it together.
Wow, we're really hearing the evolution of this bed.
Episode 4, I'm still not going to bloody... It's not even going to be put up.
Maybe I'd check back at episode 6, maybe Callum's got a bed then.
I was... Maybe episode 20.
So should we dive in?
You want to dive in?
I want to dive in. I want to get to it. I'm so excited. I think we should talk about the history of Eurovision first.
The history, right? Okay. Well, obviously, I know you are a Eurovision wizard
or nerd, however you want to look at it.
I say wizard because it just sounds like you've got like some sort of superpower.
Okay, I'll take it.
Well, I don't know much about Eurovision. The only thing I know about Eurovision's history is that the first Eurovision had 5 participants.
Is it 5? Let's just fact check that.
And
Incorrect.
7. It was
7.
It was 7. Well, as you can tell, I'm not up to date on my Eurovision history. It's not on my to-do list, unfortunately, to learn Eurovision history. But
well, it should be.
I know you know some Eurovision history. So
I wouldn't call myself a wizard, to be honest. I'm not that knowledgeable, but I do know the first ever Eurovision Song Contest was held in 1956. So that's, quick maths, nearly 70 years ago.
So I was trying to figure that out in my head then, and I thought 50. So
68, I think it is.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh.
So 7 countries competed. So there was the Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, France, Luxembourg, and Italy. So we weren't even in it.
Oh.
Austria and Denmark wanted to take part, but they missed the deadline, and the UK sent their apologies because we had our own contest that year, apparently.
Very classy, very classy.
It was held in Lugano in Switzerland, and I've actually been there.
I was going to say, that sounds very familiar because you've mentioned it before. Lugano. Yeah. What was it like in,
It's small. I was surprised that because I went before I knew that it was held there,
Yeah.
and when I
No,
found out, I was quite
you went there just for this episode.
yeah,
Just to
purely
see what it was
for
like.
research. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was quite surprised when I learned that it was held in Lugano, because Lugano's quite small, or at least what I've seen of it was. But I only went for the day.
Yeah.
But then again, the contest was small, wasn't it? So
That's kind of like when Eurovision was held in Harrogate.
yeah,
What
strange,
is
isn't
that
it?
about?
So weird. Why Harrogate?
Out of all of the big cities,
And it's never been in Newcastle.
well, I mean,
Honestly,
can you blame them?
yes, I can.
I don't think they're wanting to host it in South Shields anytime soon.
Well, not South Shields, but Newcastle was shortlisted last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
So who was shortlisted last year?
Oh, I can't remember exactly who, but I know we were shortlisted to 7, and Newcastle was in there. And then it was shortlisted to 2, and it was Liverpool and Glasgow. And everyone thought it was going to be Glasgow. And I had booked hotels for Glasgow because I didn't know what date they were going to be, and they were going, like, they were selling out. So I'd booked 1 week in Glasgow. The next week I'd booked a hotel in Liverpool, and the week after that I'd booked in Glasgow. And luckily enough, it was in Glasgow on that 1 week that I booked the hotel.
Do you mean Liverpool?
Liverpool, yeah.
Considering you went to Eurovision, you're not very good with your geography skills.
How dare you? That is the biggest insult.
Well, I could be saying you know absolutely nothing about Eurovision, but I'm just saying that your geography skills aren't up to par.
My geography skills are amazing. I'm just getting
They are.
excited and talking over myself. Who won the first ever Eurovision? Do you know?
Switzerland,
Yes.
because it was hosted in Switzerland, and they won. Very convenient, wouldn't you say? What was the voting system back then? I can only assume it was just like jury.
Yeah, because they had just juries for quite a while,
Yeah.
like a really long time. So yeah, in 1956, they had 2 jurors per country, and they rated each song on a scale of 1 to 10. So
On a
really,
scale
it was
of 1 to 10.
yeah,
Wow, what a voting system!
which is strange considering there was. Oh no, I was thinking there was only 7 countries. They submitted 2 songs each. Each
What do you
country
mean?
each country submitted 2 songs in
And then
1956.
And them 2 songs were played.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
all 14 songs were rated.
Oh, is there
I
like
think.
a is there a
Don't
list?
take anything I say is like fact.
Oh yeah, we know that. Is there like a list of as in who came second? Because if Switzerland came first and second, then I think they are like the ultimate winner, surely.
Let me just.
And then whoever's
We
at the
were
bottom.
wrong. I was wrong. See, Switzerland didn't win.
Who won?
Switzerland came second. The Netherlands won.
The first ever Eurovision?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How sure are you?
I'm on Wikipedia.
Right.
And it says
I'm going to fact check you. See, this is from Wikipedia itself. It says Switzerland won with refrain.
See, it says it's ninth on this list. Let me just show you. It is a different colour, but it doesn't make any sense what it's showing us.
Eurovisionworld.com says it's Switzerland. Wikipedia says it's Switzerland. Eurovision.tv says it's Switzerland.
So why is Wikipedia telling us it's the Netherlands?
In Lugano 1956, the first ever contest, Switzerland wins.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Maybe you are not a Eurovision wizard.
Oh, I know, I know. I didn't really get into it until 2021, so...
Oh, yeah, it does say 9th. Oh, maybe that's the running order. Oh, wait, no, because it says results.
That's what I mean. was very confusing.
Oh,
It's a
wait,
very
that
confusing
artist.
little graph.
Yeah, I think that might be the running order.
Oh, running order, yeah.
So nobody's wrong. You're wrong. That's the running order. Which I guess it
That's
makes
such a
sense that
confusing graphic, though. Why would you say results and then put the running order?
I guess it makes sense though for Switzerland to win, considering they were 9th in the running order out of 14.
What do you mean?
Like it's just after the middle, more in the second half, and that's where the songs usually wins, right?
People like to believe that. I don't think so. But also remember, this was like nearly 70 years ago.
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm
All right.
thoroughly embarrassed.
Well, we can swiftly move on if you like from the history.
I'm really bad. I mean, I don't know. Ask us from 2021. I'll tell you.
Okay, well, should we talk about the voting systems in how countries select? Oh, wait, no, wait, what? What am I talking about? How countries select each artist? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so there's 3 main ways that countries
3?
will select. So they could either do a televised national selection, which most countries do, and that's what the EBU kind of pushes for.
Yeah.
They think that the general public should always be involved. So Albania
fairest, to be
has...
fair.
Sorry?
It's the fairest, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. So obviously Albania has their Festivali Ikenjis. I'm not sure if that's a correct pronunciation. Sweden's got Melodifest. Portugal's got Festival de Canção. And
Canção.
Italy's got Sanremo.
Right.
Another way is internal selection. So that's what we do most recently. I don't know if we've always done it or not. So they'll
We be in the UK.
Yeah. So the broadcaster, i.e. the BBC for us, will invite or approach artists or record labels, and they'll go through the whole process without involving the public, which obviously worked well for the UK in 2022, Netherlands in 2019, and Israel in 2018. The latter two won.
I just don't like how the public isn't involved with that.
Yeah.
Even if it was like they picked 3 artists and then they submitted their song and then there was like a poll or something.
Well, you're leading me swiftly on to the third format. So some countries, which I don't believe that this has happened, at least none of the finals, like none of the countries that I closely follow, I've never seen this. But sometimes they'll do best of both worlds. So a country will choose an artist and then they'll leave the song choice down to the public vote.
Oh.
So it's kind of like what you said, but I still do think the public should be involved, and it'll get more people into it as well.
Especially in the UK.
Yeah.
It would be huge, because especially if it was like switching which city it was hosted in as well.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to factor in with that.
Yeah, obviously.
So a little interesting thing. So last year in 2023, Poland had a national final, and Blanca won. Jan came second. That's the one. I much preferred Jan. Was gutted, but so was the rest of Europe. We were not happy that Blanca won. So I don't know if that's why, but this year they internally selected.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just thought it was interesting.
So with these like separate competitions and then the winner kind of goes off to Eurovision kind of thing. who gets to vote? Is it like the entirety of that country? Is it the entire of Europe?
It depends on the broadcaster. So I couldn't vote in San Remo, but I could vote in Melodifest.
Right. Okay. Because I know
And also, sorry,
I don't know whether it was this year or last year. There was a song you really liked.
last year, yeah, it was Poland's. It was Jan.
Oh, I thought it was like Jacqueline.
No, that was this year.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
I thought you said last year.
And I said either this year or last year. I couldn't remember like.
Oh, right, no, yeah. This year, yeah, I really wanted Jacqueline with Effortless to win Melodifest, but she didn't. I did vote for her.
So do you keep up to date with every single countries then?
No.
Just Italy and...
Yeah, like that all happened around the same time.
Oh, right, yeah. Kind of impossible then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this year I kept up with a little bit of Czechia's, not really. Norway's Melodi Grand Prix. Sweden's a little bit, but again, not really. I just watched the final. San Remo I did. Spain a little bit. And Malta. And that's it, I think.
How does Australia do their voting?
They internally select, I believe.
You see, that surprises me even more because obviously they're not part of Europe, and they're in Eurovision. And I would have thought maybe it would have benefited them more to have some sort of,
It looks like they have a competition called Eurovision Australia Decides. And then the following year, that artist can represent them. It's very confusing.
So what happened this year? Was it internal?
I don't know.
You were quite fond of Australia's entry, wasn't you?
Oh, I was, but I got bored very fast.
Well, we can talk about this year's later on the podcast because there is a lot of songs I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So obviously the UK internally selects.
Yeah.
Do you think, because obviously with last year, all over TikTok, everyone expected Rina Sawayama to represent us. So do you think they should do something like I said, where they select 3 artists, and then them 3 artists submit a song, and then the public decides which song?
I definitely think that's a better option than what we have now. Because that could be a little mini, like one Saturday night in March.
Yeah.
There'll be a big event on BBC One where there's 3 artists competing and one of them wins and goes to Eurovision. Like, it would get people involved, I think. Because in real life, I only know, like in my town, I only know one person that was interested in Eurovision before I, got them involved in the parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's low. I mean, throughout my childhood, it was a lot bigger. But now nobody's interested, and I think doing some sort of competition like that would get more people interested.
Apparently, when I was younger, I used to watch it with my mum.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, there's only one person I know that watches Eurovision religiously. And I mean religiously. And that is you. No. It was someone I used to work with, and she didn't manage to get, I think it was 2022's off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Sam Ryder, yeah, 2022. So she just didn't turn up to work.
You know what? I don't blame her. Do not blame her.
She was on night shift as well, and I was on the night shift, and she didn't turn up. And I was like, I was actually kind of gutted that she didn't turn up because I was gonna spoil the winner for it.
Oh, you nasty! That is hot. I would literally have killed you.
Well, was 2022 when Ukraine won?
Yes. I had a party that year, and I invited all my friends round. Well, all my friends. I have 2 friends.
Why wasn't I
And-
invited then?
I didn't know you then. And my family and my mum got like her friends involved because like I grew up with her friends as well. Like it was a big thing,
Yeah.
and I randomly allocated. This is how like obsessed I am with it. I randomly allocated each person that was attending the party a country that was participating in Eurovision that year, and they had to dress up as that country in any way they wanted to. And we had food from each different country as well. It was mint. I absolutely loved it. And we had a big drink. We had a sweepstake, and we just watched it. I got Greece, so I obviously dressed up as a Greek goddess because that's what I am.
Did you do anything for the semi-finals?
No, I just watched them on my own. I
When-
usually do.
When was the semi-finals introduced? Because I know there wasn't always the semi-finals in Eurovision.
There wasn't. It was 2004, I believe, because it meant that more countries could participate if there was semi-finals. Because obviously, like take this year, there's 37 countries participating. That's going to be a long final.
Yeah.
So I do believe it was. I've lost my little tab that had it. Yes. So the arrival of the first ever semi-final was in 2004. So 20 years ago.
What country introduced that?
Hmm.
Well, obviously it would have been the EDU, but what country had the pleasantry to have the first year with semi-finals? Because that meant there was more focus on that country then for that extra 2 days.
It was actually it took place in Turkey, in Istanbul,
Oh.
and they no longer participate.
So wait, you said there was 37 participating this year.
This year, yeah.
Does that mean there was 38 last year or 36?
There was 37 last year as well.
Oh.
Because Luxembourg came back from a 31-year hiatus, but Romania dropped out.
Oh. And they dropped out again this year?
No, so they were in it last year, but Luxembourg weren't. And now this year, Romania's dropped out and Luxembourg is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like,
Yeah.
do you think Romania's going to come back anytime soon, or do you reckon that's it?
I don't know, because I think it's money. I think that's the reason, but also they never really do well, and I think they're kind of bitter about that. Any Romanians, let us know.
Well, if we didn't have Sam Ryder, then I think we could be the same. Not dropping out, just more kind of like sore losers. Because apart from Sam Ryder, when was the last time we placed top 10?
That is a really good question. I know the last time we won, the last time we won was in 1997.
I was going to say, we haven't won in the 21st century.
That was the year I was born.
When?
1997.
Gosh, you people are old.
It was 2009 and we came 5th.
2009.
That's crazy. We did come close in 2011. We came 11th.
I'm trying to do math here, but it's not mathing in my head.
15 years ago.
From now, yeah, but...
From now. So
19.
It would have been...
So 13 years it took for us to go back into the top 10 again.
Yeah.
And then May Miller come out. No, I'm joking.
But obviously take out 2020 because that was cancelled.
Well, yeah, but it's still a year.
Yeah, we couldn't have placed top 10.
All right. So 12.
Yeah. 12 contests, 13 years. We'll go with that.
11 contests? Because do you count the year that it was? Or do you count the one
Oh,
after?
don't know, you're confusing us now. Do you know my favourite UK entry of all time came 22nd?
Really?
hmm
Who was it?
It was Scooch with Flying the Flag for You in 2007.
I bet that's Newcastle's
22nd.
entry.
Well, one of the members is it from South Shields, actually.
Did you want to talk more about last year's Eurovision? Because I know that caused a bit of a... Well, it was quite rowdy, let's just say that.
What do you mean?
Because you could even hear it on live TV in the arena, and I can only imagine what I was like in the Eurovillage. They were all chanting cha-cha-cha. There was even some boos when Tattoo won. And obviously you were there.
Yeah. So I didn't hear any boos, I don't think.
I heard some boos on live TV.
Yeah, you probably did on TV, yeah, but I didn't in the Eurovision Village.
Was it very supportive in the Eurovillage?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't say it was unsupportive, but you could tell that people weren't as interested. I've got a video on my TikTok of the comparison between people's reactions to Cha 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 versus Loreen, which obviously they're going to be different because they're different, very, very different songs. But like when you're there, people sing and dance to every single song, and people just weren't feeling it for Loreen. And well, Cha Cha Cha, everyone was going insane, including me.
I can only imagine.
It was so good.
See, this is why I wish I was more in touch with Eurovision, because I feel like if I was a fan in 2021, like the year you started watching it, then I most definitely would have gone to Liverpool, and then I would have experienced Cha 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 in the Eurovillage, and it would have. I can only imagine.
It was so good.
And well, I think you told me a story about when you were walking from there, like back to your hotel.
Oh yes, obviously everyone's half cut because you're drinking from like lunchtime until it finishes.
Yeah,
so everyone in the village that was of age was a little bit tipsy.
A little bit. So
when we came out of the Eurovision Village, and me and my mum, we just wanted a Burger King. We wanted to get back at the hotel. We were shattered. And my poor mum had to drive the next day. But we were walking towards Burger King, and like everyone was chanting cha 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 in the streets. It was amazing. Like we were singing and dancing in the streets to Cardia. It was so good. Obviously, I'm assuming the people of Liverpool that don't like Eurovision did not enjoy that, but we did.
Well, that just makes me think, if there was that kind of reaction for a song that didn't win, you'd think there'd be an even bigger reaction for the song that did win.
You'd think.
But there wasn't.
It just wasn't as good. Sorry, controversial opinion. It just wasn't as good.
I loved Loreen's staging.
Yeah. It was a good song. I'm not saying it was a bad song. It just, Cha 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 was better.
Cha 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 felt more Eurovision-y to me.
Yeah, it's more, in Cardia's your words, it's crazy, it's party. And that's what Eurovision needs.
Whereas Loreen's song felt more of like a, standing back, if you know what I mean.
No.
Like, so you stand there and you just kind of like, you're barking. So you're kind of like you say with France, where they always send like a ballet. A ballad.
A ballet?
Yeah, ballet.
A ballad. Yeah. It's just a bit wet. I can't lie. Sorry, Loreen fans.
Well, I think because you've just called Loreen wet, I think we're going to have to cut to a break now before we get absolutely cancelled. So, right, I'll say what I was just saying again for the pod.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi, welcome to part 2. Part 2 of episode 3 of Outcasted.
Eurovision special.
With me, Callum.
And me, Jodie.
I was just saying earlier, I was looking at this year's, my top 3 for this year, the lyrics of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
And in Rim Tim Tahidim, which is Croatia's entry for this year, there's a lyric that goes, "Meow cat, please meow back."
Yeah.
I love it.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it. What do you
song?
mean? What do you mean? Meow.
Meow cat, please meow back.
Raven. I've tried to get Raven to translate it. She won't.
I love it. I think that is my favorite Eurovision lyric of all time. Yeah. Well,
I like Zitia Warni just because it means sit down and shut up.
I don't know. Meow cat, please meow back is. It's so random.
I don't hate the song. I think it's in my top 10 at the minute because it changes so much I can't even keep up with myself.
Well, do you want to talk about your top 10 or top 3?
Or
do you just want to talk about random songs in Eurovision this year?
We'll just do random.
Okay.
We'll start off with my favourite. So, my favourite is Lenoia. Obviously. Although last year, it's by Angelina Mango. And I was a fan of Angelina Mango's before she went in for Sanremo. So obviously I was going to root for her. But also I was a fan of Annalisa and Mahmood, who also competed as well. So I was kind of like, yeah, whichever. But I'm glad. I really like this song. But like I say, obviously I would root for Italy. But last year I didn't. Marco Mengoni.
They still came third.
They did, and that's why I think. That's why I think. That's why I think that.
Are they part of the Big Five?
Yes. So that's why I think they could do really well because Margot Mengoni's song, from what I've seen, wasn't that loved. It wasn't like, and I didn't really see many people who had that as the favourite, whereas this year I do. But juries love Italy.
It's quite, it's favoritism, really.
But is it that juries love Italy or is it that juries love ballads? Because last year was a ballad.
I don't know, because I guess Evie Demon was kind of a ballad, and they didn't really live for that. I was quite surprised that it wasn't higher.
To be fair, I was surprised that they didn't get higher. Because that was a good song.
Whereas this year, France has got another ballad.
Shock.
Called Mon Amour by Slimane.
Which isn't a bad song. It's just more of the same for me. So I'm not that into it.
Well, I mean, I did have it in my top 10, but it has slipped quite a bit.
I'm just gonna get me ranking up because, like I say, I can't keep up with myself.
While you do that, I am going to try and pronounce Estonia's.
Oh, go on. You did try this on the radio the other night.
It is stupidly long. It's so long that it's not even showing up on the.
It doesn't know
correctly, so I'm gonna have to stitch it up.
Just while you're searching that up, France is 34th for me, so it's second last.
I think it's 15th for me. Right, I'm going to try and pronounce Estonia's entry for this year.
Okay, everyone strap in.
5 minutes and Puloop. Nendest. Oh gosh, right, big word incoming. Naku tikamidest etimi cool madest D. Madagi.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
Okay, come on.
Nendest, na kutiku midest, e te ame cool midagi.
Right, why did you make it seem so simple?
But I will say that, again, just don't trust anything I say, but also, I've got no sources, but I've seen a lot of things online about languages and stuff because I'm very interested in different languages and where they come from. And I've heard for English speakers, Finnish and Estonian are some of the hardest to learn. So there is a very good chance that I pronounce that completely wrong.
So it apparently roughly translates to, we don't know anything about these narcissists. Narcissists.
Narcissists.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to try again. Right. We don't know anything about these narcotics. Narcotics.
Narcotics.
Oh my gosh. I need to go back to English.
That sounds like... Oh, so it says... On Wikipedia, it says that the English title is We, brackets, sure, know nothing about these drugs.
Oh. Yeah, I was reading it off Genius.
Which it sounds a little bit like when... this was behind the scenes. I can't say that. You'll have to get hold of the behind the scenes.
If you want to listen to episode 3 behind the scenes, you can over on YouTube. And you will also find episode 2's behind the scenes.
Yeah. And listen to us have a little break. And you'll know what I'm about to reference if you have listened to it already. Anyway, what's your top song? So mine's Italy. What's your top?
Well, it was Baby Lasagna, Rim Tim Taggy Dim.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I got me ranking up earlier just to show where that was. It was France, wasn't it? Sorry.
I think you've got that at number 10.
It's number 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see your rankings actually, never mind.
Oh yeah, we're friends on here, aren't we?
So, yeah, it was Croatia's entry, but I've been listening to The Code by Nemo for a long time. Such a good song. And I love it. And it's Switzerland's entry, and do I think it's going to win? I don't think the jury is going to like it.
No.
But it is my favourite from the show.
Favourite. It's such a good song.
Obviously, I did have your favourite, so La Noia by Angelina Mango at number 2, but it slipped to number 3.
Terrible.
But it's still in my top 3, so...
Yeah. To be fair, I was expecting it to drop a lot further for you because, I don't speak Italian, but I speak a little bit. And obviously I think it's harder to get into songs when they're not in your language.
What I can say is, and you hate this song, Marcus and Martinus.
Oh my god.
Unforgettable.
5th, Callum.
At 5th. Number 5. I am obsessed with that song.
Now,
I think it might even be 4th.
That, for me, is 25th.
I love it. I don't know what it is. I mean,
it's just so boring.
The beat of the actual chorus is a bit bland, but I love the song.
The chorus is meant to be the best bit.
I just love the song, and I love the people who sing it as well.
To be fair, there was, I don't know which year it was, but they've competed in Melodifest before, or it might have been Melodic Grand Prix because they are Norwegian, I cannot remember, but they competed with a song called A, and I've played that in my Eurovision show a few times because it's so good and I love that song. But that might be why I'm so against this one as well, because this one is so bad in comparison to
But
what I've already heard from them.
I think it's also because your favourite didn't win in Melodifest.
Why are you saying favourite like that?
Because it is your favourite. That was your favourite, right?
Favourite.
What do you mean, favorite?
No, favourite.
Favourite.
Yes.
What was I saying?
Favourite.
Favourite. I've already forgotten to say it. Favourite. Favourite.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
because
avoid saying that word then, I guess.
I wanted Jacqueline to win, and she didn't. And I think Maria Sir and Dotter were also better than Marcus and Martinus, but you win some, you lose some.
Bear in mind, we are talking, by the way, if you're a little lost, we're talking about 2024, this year's entries. Now, one that I think everyone universally loves is Europapa.
Yes. You know, I hated that at first.
Really?
Yeah, I really couldn't stand it at first. And then, the more I listened to it, the more I was like, okay. All right. Oh, I can get into this. Now I love it. It's currently 7th for me.
It is 6th for me currently. And where do you think it's going to place with the jury and the public?
I can't lie. I've seen Juiced on TikTok. I've seen a collaboration earlier today. He's done a collab with Duolingo.
Right.
I think this, doing things like that and being like big, that's
online,
a big thing, yeah. And
Yeah.
having such a big presence, I think televoting he'll do really well, but also in jury, because I think it'll be similar to Cha Cha Cha. I think a lot of people are saying that Croatia's entry is the Cha 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 of this year, and I don't think it is. I think it's Europapa.
Really? Oh wait, yeah, I could kind of see that actually.
Yeah, I don't think Rim Tim Taggy Dim is nearly as good as Cha 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 was, but I think Europapa is, especially the bridge when it proper kicks in. Oh, love it.
I feel like if Europapa was more in the style of Ring Tim Taggy Dim or Cha Cha Cha, then it would definitely be very similar to Cha Cha Cha, but because it's more softer and there's not much chanting to it, it's more just da 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 da.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think it could be top 10.
Yeah, I think so.
But on the lower end of it, I think.
Oh.
I don't think he'll be 4th or 5th. I think he'll be more 8, 9, 10, maybe.
There's a couple of songs I want to ask your opinion on.
Okay.
So Lithuania's Luktelk.
It did grow on me, but I have a lot of songs at the moment that are growing on me more than that.
Right.
So it's currently 9th on my list.
It's 5th for me.
I do like it though.
Yeah, it was, for me, as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, I like this. So I think that's why it's so high, because I instantly loved it.
Yeah.
Same with Ukraine.
Where have I got that? Okay, I've got that 14th.
Ooh, 4th for me.
I just find it a bit boring.
I can see that, but I don't know what it is. There's something in that song.
You say you don't really like ballads.
I know. I'm a hypocrite. But
is basically a ballad.
It's something about the minor chords and the progression. Love it. I just kind of get enough of that tune.
What do you think of Pedestal?
I love Pedestal, the studio version.
Yeah.
I do not like the live version, from what I've heard, because I have seen Aiko on TikTok. This is Czechia's entry, by the way, for the listener. I've seen her practicing on TikTok, and she does sound good now, but is she going to sound good in a live performance?
Who knows?
I think she should have perfected that before she went on to ESCZ. because that's ruined it for her.
I will say, the song that I think this year has grown on me the most is "Before the Party's Over" by Musty.
Yes, such a good one.
I did have that, I think, in my bottom 10. But I've been listening to it and listening to it and listening to it, and it is currently 8th. And the only reason I had it so low is because I knew who Musty was before Eurovision. Because they were a judge on Drag Race Belgium.
Right.
And I was just a bit like meh at first, but this I love it. I do like it. It's not as good
It's
as
really good.
Unforgettable.
Well, it is. It's better. It's 6th for me.
And what do you think of Dizzy?
I've got an 8th. It's going down slowly.
See,
I just think if it was more upbeat, if it had more of the, like, take Unforgettable, if it had more of that dancey electronic,
yeah.
I think it would do a lot better.
See, for me, it has just stayed in the same place, like the entire time. It's 7th for me. It's pretty much stayed there. I think at one point it was 8th, but it stayed like, either 7th or 8th the entire time I've been doing my rankings. And yeah, I like the song. I don't know whether it will be top 10.
Yeah, when it first got released, I was like, oh yeah, defo, top 10. Absolutely. I think I said that to you as well. But now we've got every song. I'm not so sure.
One song that you like is Firefighter.
I did.
Oh, so this is Georgia's entry, by the way. Yeah, so why? Oh, and as of recent, I saw in like a news article earlier that Nutzer, is it Nutzer?
I think, yeah.
Today, as of the 27th, well, no, it was the 26th, sorry.
Yeah.
Their brother did die.
Yeah, I seen that. It's really, really sad.
But I
my
think
thoughts are with her.
I think that's gonna give him more fight, I think.
Hopefully she can put the pain into her performance.
Yeah.
As bad as that sounds, I don't mean that to sound bad.
No, I don't think it sounds bad. I think that's quite fair, because I think when you go through something like that, when something big is happening in your life, like Eurovision, obviously it can either make you or break you.
Yeah.
And
I hope it makes her.
I think it'll give her. I think it's an oomph that she needs, because right now it is. I don't even know where it is. It's very low in my ranking. Maybe just above my bottom 10.
Right. So it's 20th for me. It was in my top 10. Not so long ago, but it's another one of them that I just got really bored of really quickly.
It's 24th for me.
So quite similar.
Yeah. Now, one that is 22nd for me. I love the song. I absolutely love it, but I've put it at 22 because I truly think it won't do well.
Okay, and what's that?
Doomsday Blue by Bambi Thug, which is Ireland's
I'm actually
entry.
shocked at that.
I love the song so
See,
much.
when I do my ranking, it's purely on what I like. I don't base it on jury or anything like that.
I'm not very good at rankings, but I don't know. I fight with myself because I want to put that song higher, but I'll do it, and then I'll listen to all the other songs, and I'm like, yeah, it was in the right place last time.
It's so hard when there's so many good songs, and I think there is this year. I've seen a lot of people especially in the Eurovision fans group, which I know you're in as well on Facebook.
Yeah.
A lot of people in there are saying that this year is quite poor, and
No.
I completely disagree. I think this is a really good year, and
I think it's quite a strong year.
definitely. But saying that, Ireland is 11th for me.
See, I think that surprises me.
Does it?
I think so. Because I just didn't. I wouldn't think you'd enjoy that kind of music.
You didn't know me in my emo phase.
So why don't you like Ring Tim Taggy Din?
Because it's just a bit boring. It's repetitive.
So is Lenoya.
But can I just? Well,
So
it's
is
not.
Europapa. So is We Will Rave.
But Croatia is
Dizzy.
9th. Remember, it's 9th.
So
Ireland is 11th.
Let me just have a look at your ranking. So you got. So okay. So you talk about repetitive. We have got. So this is on Jodie's rankings. So above Croatia, where she said Rim Tim Taggy Dim is repetitive. We've got Dizzy, Europapa, Before the Party's Over, We Will Rave, and Lenoya, where I think all of them songs are also repetitive.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think there's more to them than there is to Rim Tim Taggy Dim.
I think We Will Rave is going to go down on my rankings.
To be honest, I think the same on mine.
And I'm getting very...
It's another one that I'm getting bored of.
Yeah, I'm getting really, really bored of it.
What do you think of Armenia?
That is Jacko, right?
Yes.
I think it's very funky, and is it about Armenian culture? Because the music video.
I think I haven't really looked into like what the lyrics mean or anything. I just absolutely love it.
It is 12th for me.
10th for me.
Oh, it's in the top 10.
Yeah, I cannot stop listening to it. I love it. I think that has strong chance of being top of the table.
Really?
Left side of the table, I mean.
Oh, right. Wait, top side of the left-hand side?
No, just the left-hand side. I meant to say left side instead of top.
Well, I know you've got this song quite low in your rankings, but it's 10th for me currently, which I think it might go down. But what about No Rules?
No Rules is 17th.
By Windows 95 Man, it is Finland's entry for this year.
Yeah. It's... with a lot of them, I don't really have anything bad to say. I just like the other ones better.
Yeah.
It's a bit too gimmicky. The fireworks on the stage and like the Windows 95 thing, it's just a bit... They're trying to be unique.
I think it was in my top 5.
Oh, wow.
So it's gone down like 5 or 4 places, because I don't know whether I had Europapa in my top 5 or whether I had New Rules. I know one of them I did. Yeah, I think I can see people liking the song, which I think they do.
Yeah.
But I don't like the branding, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're just trying a bit too hard. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
too gimmicky.
Windows 95 Man.
Which can the EBU actually post things with Windows logos on? Is he going to have to take the T-shirt off?
He probably will anyway. Keep it on. There is one more. Well, no, there's 2 more. There's 3 more. There's 5 more.
There's 37 more.
No, we're just going to quickly run through these 5, okay? because I'm kind of iffy on them all. I just want to see what your thoughts are. So we've got Scared of Heights, which is Iceland's entry.
Yeah. That, for me, started off really high the first time I heard it. I was like, oh my God, yeah, like such a tune. And then I listened to it again and I was like, oh.
Even in the studio version, her vocals just seem a bit fresh. Like she's just started singing and she's just realised that she can sing. It sounds weird, but that's the only way I can describe it.
I'm pretty sure she has been in Eurovision before. But the song, I think, I don't want to get political. There is a reason why I'm a bit upset with Iceland for that.
Oh.
But also, yeah. But also, it's just another one. I just got really bored of it. Like, second time listening, I was like, oh, okay, fun's over. So, 22nd.
I don't know where it is on mine. It is somewhere in the middle.
I'll tell you, one sec. It's 20th on yours.
Okay, so the next one is 19th. It is Sand by Saba, and it is Denmark's entry.
Love it.
What is it on yours?
14th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that for you. What about Fighter by Tally, and it is Luxembourg's entry?
23rd.
I got that at 18th.
That's another one that's started off really high and then it's just gone down, 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 down.
What about Australia's entry, which is One Milk...
Milkali,
That's the
I
one.
believe.
By Electric Fields.
It's 19th. But again, that, I think, when I first shared me ranking with you, that was in my top 10.
Yeah, because I had it very low and you were like, Australia, question mark? And I was like, yeah, it's...
Yeah, and then I kept listening to it and then I got bored.
And one more from Malta. It is Loop by Sarah I can't speak.
Bonici.
Yeah, that's the one.
That one has actually been the opposite. I had that quite low at first, and that slowly climbed up. Yeah, it is a grower, and that's 13th.
I think I have that as 16th. Yeah, 16th.
But with the running order of the semi-finals, I don't think she will qualify.
Really?
Well, she's first.
Well, should we quickly go through the running order, and then we'll have a quick break and then go into the rest of it?
Yeah. Let me get it up.
Yeah, I'll get it up too. I'll tell you what, we'll take a break now and then we'll go into the semi-finals.
Right.
Literally now.
Okay.
Sorry. Hold on. I will be cutting this out. Hold on. I'm trying to relax my throat.
I can hear you doing it.
I might keep this in, actually.
In me ear hole.
Right. Semi-finals for 2024.
Welcome back.
Right. So obviously there is 35 participants this year.
Yeah.
Which means there's 2 semi-finals.
There is. And I left off on the last part by saying that I don't think Malta will do well because of their placement. So they're first in the second semi-final.
Oh, right, yeah, I see. Yeah.
But if you look at who comes after, so it goes Malta, then Albania, then Greece, which a lot of people love, I don't, and then Switzerland. And I think Malta and Albania will be completely overshadowed by Greece and Switzerland.
Is Greece the one that goes like da, da, da?
Yeah, it is. Although it is growing on us, but it's a slow burner.
Yeah. And then we've got Czechia, France, Austria, Denmark, Armenia, Latvia. Oh, okay.
I think it's looking good for Armenia. It's looking good for Austria. Belgium.
Yeah.
Norway and Netherlands.
Maybe even Georgia. Oh, wait, no, it goes...
Where's Georgia? Hold on. Oh, possibly. But so it follows San Marino, which is good because I don't think San Marino will qualify. But then Belgium follows Georgia, which I think it could be overshadowed.
Yeah.
However, I believe this year they're going to have the votes open from the start. I don't know if it's just the final.
Oh.
I'm sure it said from the start of the show until the last song's performed, the votes are going to be open. Whereas in previous years, it's been like a set time after all songs have performed. So maybe the running order might not matter that much.
So it's like when someone's favourite song is on, kind of... Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
Because you can vote while the songs are playing.
Yeah, but then if you do that, like say Switzerland comes on and you really like Switzerland, so you put all your votes then, and then you go like you listen to the rest of the show, and you hear Belgium, for example, and you really like that, and you've wasted your votes. Like I don't think many people are going to vote before all the songs are done.
Do you think if that's the case, then do you think we should be scared for Europapa because that is last in the second semi-final?
I don't, because it's a fan favourite. I do really. If that doesn't get through, I will be shocked.
Should we go through the first semi-final?
Yes, because this is the one that we can vote in as United Kingdom citizens.
Whoop whoop.
So obviously we've got Cyprus and Serbia. I think it's very much the same as the second semi-final, and they will be overshadowed by Lithuania.
So if we wasn't in the Big Five, does that mean our running order would have been fifth?
I'm pretty sure it's drawn randomly, so we wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
And this is the first time that they've had the Big Five perform, or the first time since I've started watching that they've had the Big Five perform during the semi-finals.
Oh, they're actually performing during the semis?
Yeah, that's why we're there.
Oh, right, okay. So it kind of acts like more of a break thing because we're already going through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And obviously Sweden gets to go through because they won last year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's looking good for Ireland.
I know.
As much as I love that song.
They haven't got a good spot there.
Croatia's looking good.
It is, yes. I think Ukraine is looking good. Croatia, even Slovenia. And the last three, I don't know if any of those will go through.
So that's Australia, Portugal, and Luxembourg. So how many make it through? Is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of the 14 we have in that list, what 10 do you think is going to go through?
In the first?
In the first.
Yeah. I think Cyprus, Lithuania. So Cyprus, Lithuania, Ukraine, Croatia, Slovenia, Finland, Portugal, Luxembourg, and I'm missing one. So I'd probably say Poland.
Which one's Poland's again?
I'm the one that built the tower.
Oh, I hate that song so
much.
I hate it. I don't know what it is. It's just so... Ugh. It just reminds me... I don't know. I really don't know why, but it reminds me of Taylor Swift.
I don't see that, to be fair.
I really don't know why. It reminds me of Taylor Swift, and I hate Taylor Swift. But that is because I'm a huge Beyonce fan. But anyways,
that's for another episode.
yeah. So the ones I think won't go through from semi-final 1 is... I don't think Poland will go through.
I think it will. I think
But
people
that's
will...
just personal bias.
Yeah, I mean, that my ranking wasn't what I wanted. That's what I think. But I do think Poland is in a better position than Ireland. Otherwise, I would have said Ireland.
Well, the people on this list that are definitely getting through is Lithuania, Ukraine, Croatia, Finland, maybe Iceland as well. But
Possibly.
I don't know. After going after Croatia, I think
But
people
also
might be going
there's-
to, go to the loo and refilling their drink. And
Yeah. Because it's intense. But also because of a lot of people are angry with Iceland. What about number 2? What do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's go back to number 2. So, the ones that are definitely going to go through, in my opinion, is Greece, Switzerland. I think if she works on her vocals, Czechia. I think Denmark will go through.
Really?
Yeah. Whether that be scraping it or, being middle of the pack, I do think Denmark will get through.
I hope so.
Belgium. I hope the Netherlands get through, but I don't know about that last placement in the semi-final there.
But I do just want to point out again that I don't know if that the votes being open for the whole show is just for the final or if it's for the semis as well.
Armenia as well.
Yeah.
I think that concludes, possibly Malta. That concludes my list, I think.
So the ones I think will definitely go through are Greece, Switzerland. I don't think Czechia will go through.
Really?
No, because...
So just because of vocals?
Not just because of that, because they're following Switzerland and France is following them. Even though it's just a performance, I think it's just going to be completely overshadowed. Even though it's a good song, I just don't think it'll get there. Austria, I think will.
Which one is Austria? Oh, We Will Rave. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do think Austria, and I think
Austria will get through.
Austria and Armenia will overshadow Denmark, so I don't think Denmark will get through.
Again?
Yeah. Armenia, Belgium, Norway and Netherlands. And now I don't like Norway's song.
I don't.
But a lot of people do. So
really?
Yeah.
What about Georgia's?
I haven't seen many people post about Georgia's on the groups I'm in, to be honest. I don't know if it will get through because Belgium follows it.
What about San Marino?
No. Hard no. I mean, you never know with Eurovision. You can never predict it, but...
And then obviously the finals then will also be random, right?
So
we'd know
on...
So the second semi-final would be on the Thursday?
Yeah.
So would we know on the Friday?
I think so.
Right, okay.
I can't really remember from last year.
And they get, if they are in the second half, they get very excited, don't they? Because that's a very good spot to maybe win.
Yes. Mainly because Europeans, and this, like, I hold my hand up, this is what I've heard from a lot of people when it comes to Eurovision and the placements.
Yeah.
It's because Europeans love a drink. So they'll start drinking, genuinely. Yeah. They'll start drinking at the start of the show, and by the second half, they're pretty tipsy, and they don't really remember the first half, and they'll hear a song they really love in the second half, and because they're that bit tipsy, they'll vote. They'll put all the votes on that one thing.
Kind of like Austria last year.
Yeah.
I really thought they were going to like...
They flopped, and I think that was genuinely because they were first.
Yeah, probably.
I was gutted when it came out that they were going first.
That's pretty much all the songs for 2024, right?
Yeah. Ella Community.
You are obsessed with that song.
Oh, I am. I love it.
I know you do, but... Right.
Honestly, I'm telling you, 2025, Italy.
Yeah, I was going to say, before we move on from this year's Eurovision,
Mm-hmm.
if that's a big if Italy was to win, where do you think it would be hosted?
I think it would be hosted in like Rome or Milan, but I would like it to be hosted in like, I don't really know what stadiums and arenas they have, but if
Right.
like just assuming every city has an arena big enough, I would like it to be held in Bari or Palermo, I think that's how you say it, or Venice. But I don't know if they have spaces big enough.
Obviously, during our behind the scenes, which you can watch on YouTube for this episode,
Wink, wink.
we were talking about capacity. Now, I do have a question for you about capacity. I don't know whether you know it, but when a country is deciding a city,
Mm-hmm.
does that city have to have a like an arena or something like that has to hold a certain amount of people?
I think so. I don't know what the exact number is. I know last year. So basically, each city has to bid for it.
Right.
They put their case forward on how it would benefit the local economy, how they could accommodate that many tourists, how they could accommodate the show in their arenas and things. And then it kind of gets shortlisted and then they decide. And obviously a big factor is, do you have a space big enough to hold this many people to watch like the world's biggest song contest?
Yeah.
But I don't think I looked into what Newcastle's arena was. I'm sure it's only 10,000, whereas Liverpool's was 15. So that probably played into why. And Glasgow's, I think it was 21,000. That's probably a big reason why Liverpool and Glasgow were shortlisted rather than somewhere like Newcastle.
Do you think in your lifetime that Newcastle will host Eurovision?
I can't see it, to be honest.
Do you think in your lifetime the UK will win?
I think if we did win, it would be a long, long time from now.
Really?
Yeah. We're just the current selection process that we have is just not working. I mean, Ollie Alexander is great. Mae Muller even was great, but it was just her vocals that let her down. Sam Ryder was great. We need something like what we were talking about before. We need something to get more people involved before we're going to have enough people interested in
the EBU should bring out some sort of rule where every country has to follow the same selection process.
I don't know if they can, because I was reading on their website before and it said that the EBU strongly advises all countries to involve the general public in their decisions, i.e. have a televised song contest. But obviously a lot of countries don't do that, so I'm assuming they can't enforce it.
But I don't see why certain countries wouldn't do it, because it would create them quite a bit of money.
I mean, yeah, like look at San Marino. They had so many participants. I don't even know how many, but they had so many participants this year. It's Una Voce per San Marino, the national final. I didn't watch it. But like they can literally go on for as long or as little as the country wants. There's no rules about that.
Is there rules if they do have to hold some sort of like selection process where they involve the public? Do they have to follow the Eurovision, like schools?
I don't think
Or
so.
can they do like all public or all jury or like we've discussed before,
Oh,
like
no,
some
no,
sort of thing
no.
like X Factor?
Yeah, they can do totally public. And they don't have to follow the other rules either. So you can have songs that are longer than 3 minutes. You can have more than 6 people on the stage. It just means that if that person did win, they would have to alter the song and alter the staging. Because
Yeah.
once you get into Eurovision, you can't go over 3 minutes and you can't have more than 6 people on the stage.
Including dancers?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a weird rule.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's been like that.
Should we move on from 2024 Eurovision now?
Oh, I'm very excited, I don't know if I've told anyone, but I am going this year. I know I never mention it.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm very sorry for coughing this entire episode.
He's not well, bless it. It's not easy, is it?
It's not easy, no. Right. So, yeah, we'll talk a bit about that. So, obviously, you're going this year to Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling?
Very, very excited. I wish I was there for longer. I'm only there for 2 nights, but I'm still extremely excited.
And how are you feeling about the atmosphere? How are you going to feel when the atmosphere goes quiet when Lanoya comes on?
It won't. So I am a little bit nervous, to be honest, because obviously last year it was in the UK and it was in my favourite city in the UK, Liverpool. I'm used to Liverpool. I know Liverpool. I've never been to Sweden. So I think it's going to be very different. I'm a little bit nervous.
But a little birdie told me you're not staying in Sweden.
I'm not. I'm staying in Copenhagen in Denmark. It's just a little hop, skip and a jump over the Baltic Sea and then you're in Sweden. So yeah, we'll be going between the two countries daily. Well, daily. It's only 2 days, but still.
Daily. You're going for a month.
Yeah, I wish. One year I will do the full week because they have so many parties. Especially because I'm an OG member.
Yeah.
There's so many events and stuff that I could attend if I was there for the full week. So I definitely want to do that 1 year.
Well, maybe next year if it's hosted in a decent place called Croatia.
Or Italy.
I mean, what if a country comes out and surprises us and it's nothing of what we thought it was going to be?
As long as it's easy to get to, I'll go.
This is where it's going to be Armenia.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be able to get there from Newcastle, realistically.
Right.
We'll see.
I have wanted to ask you this for quite some time.
Okay.
What is your favourite year of Eurovision that you've watched? So obviously
It's
that
not
would
surprising.
only be 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
It's not much competition, really.
It's not, but it is 23.
It's 23?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was so many songs that I liked. And obviously going to it made it just such a special experience.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What's yours? Do you have one?
Well, considering I can only remember watching 23.
23? Oh, wow, yeah, same. What do you have a favourite Eurovision song, like from any period of time?
I can't say from any period of time because I've not listened to like every single Eurovision song ever. But I guess I'll say mine from last year. and it is a three-way tie.
Oh, okay.
So one of them is Because of You by Gustav.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that, and I was so glad he did quite well as well.
My second one is Who the Hell is Edgar?
Who the hell
I
is Edgar?
love that song so much.
Such a good song. She has a new song out, Tia.
What's it called?
It's called Behind the Scenes.
Behind the Scenes.
Yeah, it's really good. I would give that a listen. And
Is she going to be on our YouTube channel?
On the YouTube channel?
Yeah, Behind the Scenes.
Oh, if to be honest, I might shoot her a little DM. You can cut this out if you want, and ask her if we can use a clip of her song for the behind the scenes because it's good.
Would she?
She might. She's a smaller artist.
I mean, it's not like one of his songs was played to 160 million people last year.
Yeah, so she might.
It's a small amount.
I don't know. Might be worth an ask. Shy Ben's getting out.
Well, you ask her, and we'll see if we get a message back, and maybe a cheeky interview. Can you imagine? You would.
Oh my god, I would die. I would die. I would simply perish.
And then I'd have to do the interview.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh, you've got that in my head now. Anyway, continue.
Do you have a favourite Eurovision song ever?
You only did 2 there, didn't you?
Oh yeah, 3. Obviously Cha Cha Cha.
Oh, yeah, fair. I do. No surprises, it's Italy.
Right.
It's 2021, Italy, Måneskin with Zitti Boni. That was the song. Sorry?
That was the first year you watched it, right?
It is, and that's the song that made us research Italy and eventually fall in love with Italy, and the same with Eurovision as well. So if it wasn't for Måneskin, I would not be a Eurovision fan now.
Really?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Well, the first year I watched Eurovision, it was completely off chance. I did not plan to watch it at all. We had a bar party at my mum's house, as we did.
Yeah.
And everyone had went to bed, but me and my mum weren't ready to go to bed yet.
Yeah.
So I was just flicking through the channels. We were still in the bar, and I seen, Eurovision, we'll stick that on. And I watched it, obviously. And I seen Måneskin win. And the whole idea that a rock song could win a massive concert like that I didn't know anything about Eurovision. I was like, wow, that's mint. And then when that is mint. And then when Damiano David said rock and roll never dies, I was like, yeah, I'm in. Right, Wikipedia, who are Måneskin, what's Italy like? But yeah, if everyone else at that party hadn't gone to bed, I would not be a Eurovision fan today.
Thank you, everyone, for being tired.
Yeah. Cheers, Jessie. Cheers, stepdad.
Of course, Jessie wants her beauty sleep.
Oh, yeah.
So, that is your favourite song?
It is.
And your favourite year was last year?
Yeah.
Do you think that will change this year?
I don't think so. Because last year was such a special thing, because not only because I got to go to Eurovision, but because Eurovision was held in my favourite city in the UK.
Yeah.
And it was the first one I went to, and I got to spend it with my mum.
Oh.
There were so many things about it that was so special. I don't think anything will top that. But you never know. It might. I might fall in love with Sweden.
You might, but you also go in there with your mum, so...
I am, me little mum. I cannot wait.
Or maybe you'll fall in love with Copenhagen.
Maybe I'll fall in love with Denmark.
Or maybe you'll fall in love in Copenhagen.
I can hardly see that happening with my mum there, to be honest.
Why not? She might be your little wingman.
Do you know what it is? She would.
Would she?
She absolutely would, yeah.
She'd be like, no, not that one, not that one. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
she'd be like, oh, yeah, go and talk to that one.
It's literally a 60-year-old man.
she would be like, yeah, it's fine.
Is there anything else you'd want to add on to our... Well, it's been an hour and a half of Eurovision talk. I hope you are happy.
I am very happy, and I would be even happier if you listeners would tune in to raveradio.net every Sunday at 7 p.m. to listen to Eurovision Weekly. It's a bit of a mix of things at the minute, and I do take requests. So tune in.
And what are you going to play this week?
I'm going to play some songs that we spoke about on this episode. Not this week, next week, because I'm not on this week.
No, you're on this. You're on this week when the podcast released.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
Because you're not on this week, you said.
Yeah. Oh.
So just for anyone wondering, it is currently the 27th of March that we are recording this, which means Jodie...
Yeah, sorry, I forget.
Jodie won't be on for Easter Sunday.
No, but I will be on.
At the 7th
just
of
after
April.
this podcast. Just after this, please.
Right after this, literally within the next minute or so, Jodie will be on here, so make sure to stick around if you are on raveradio.net. Or if you are listening on Spotify, you've probably missed her. But
yeah, I think probably.
But that's okay because there's always next week or the week after.
Yeah. So that's Eurovision Weekly every Sunday at 7.
This has been a very long podcast.
It has. I've enjoyed it though. It's been good.
It's been we've talked about a lot.
Yeah.
A lot about Eurovision.
I can see some like diehard Eurovision fans getting in my DMs, like being like, "Well, this was wrong. This was wrong. This was wrong."
Especially about the history.
But this is why I said don't trust anything I say. These are all my opinions.
Before we end this podcast episode, final thoughts. Who is going to win Eurovision 2024?
Italia.
Let's say Italy wasn't a choice.
Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your personal choice or what you think the people will vote or the jury will vote?
Both.
Oh, okay. Well, that was episode 3 of OUTCASTED podcast, where we talked about Eurovision. A lot of Eurovision.
Yeah, we got a lot wrong, we got a lot right.
Well, you got a lot wrong. I got a lot right.
Okay.
I knew who won Eurovision in 1950.
I blame Wikipedia.
It was the order. It was the ranking order.
Yeah, but it didn't specify that, did it? Anyway, thank you for listening. I've been Jodie.
I guess I've been Callum.
Shut up. Anyway, bye.
Bye.